This topic is about factors affecting evaporation of chapter 1. So here we are going to see the factors which affects evaporation. Number 1 is an increase of surface area increases the rate of evaporation. If surface area is increased, rate of evaporation increases. Example, while putting clothes for drying, we spread them out. Means when we put wet clothes to dry under sunlight, what we do? We spread the whole cloth so that it dry fast. So when area is increases, evaporation also increases. Next is an increase of temperature increases the rate of evaporation. So with the increase of temperature, more number of particles get enough kinetic energy to go into vapor state. Next is a decrease of humidity increases rate of evaporation. When humidity is decreased, rate of evaporation increases. And what is humidity? Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in air. So when there is less water vapor, then rate of evaporation increases. Why? Because if humidity is more, means water vapor, the atmosphere is full of water vapor, then what will happen? If atmosphere is full of humidity is more, means water vapor is more, then what happen? There will be no more space for another water vapors to go into space and take place, because atmosphere is full of evaporation. There are no other space for another water vapors so that they can stay there. So when humidity is less, water vapor increases. The air around us cannot hold more than a definite amount of water vapor at a given temperature. If the amount of water vapor at a given temperature in air is already high, the rate of evaporation decreases. So if amount of water vapor, as I said earlier, if atmosphere is full of water vapor and there is no room for another water vapor to go and take go into the atmosphere and take their place, so there is no place. So that is why the rate of evaporation decreases with high humidity. When there is low humidity, means less water vapor. Obviously, if there is less water vapor in the atmosphere, there will be enough space for another water vapors to go and take their place in the atmosphere. So when humidity is decreases, rate of evaporation increases. Another one is an increase of wind speed increases the rate of evaporation. Clothes dry faster on a windy day. With the increase in wind speed, the particles of water vapor move away with the wind, decreasing the amount of water vapor in the surrounding. So what happens? When wind blows, the amount of water vapor, it goes away with the wind, moves away. So when the wind takes away the water vapor, there spaces are created for another water vapor, so they can go and take their places. So with the increase of wind speed, rate of evaporation increases. Another topic is its subtopic, how does evaporation cause cooling? So when evaporation occurs, there is always cooling takes place. Like in an open vessel, the liquid keeps on evaporating. The particles of liquid absorb energy from the surrounding to regain the energy lost during evaporation. This absorption of energy from the surrounding makes the surroundings cool. So here we are going to take example why evaporation causes cooling. So when some acetones are nail polish remover, are poured in our palm, the particles gain energy from our palm or surroundings and evaporate, causing the palm to feel cold. Next one is, after a hot sunny day, people sprinkle water on the roof or open ground because the Lord's latent heat of vaporization of water helps to cool the hot surface. So these are the examples why evaporation causes cooling. Next one is, why should we wear cotton clothes in summer? In summer, why do we wear cotton clothes? During summer, we perspire more because of the mechanism of our body which keeps us cool. During evaporation, the particles at the surface of the liquid gain energy from the surrounding or body surface and change into vapor. The heat energy equal to latent heat of vaporization is absorbed from body, leaving the body cool. Cotton, being a good absorber of water, helps in absorbing the sweat and exposing it to the atmosphere for easy evaporation. So this is the reason why we wear cotton in summer. Why do we see water droplets on the outer surface of a glass containing ice cold water? So answer is, when we take ice cold water in a tumbler, we will observe water droplets on the outer surface of the tumbler. The water vapor present in the air on coming in contact with cold glass of water loses energy and gets converted to liquid state we see as water droplets. So students, with this topic, the first chapter has ended. In next video I will come with second chapter topics. So I am requesting all of you to subscribe my channel and put the like button if you like, and also you can share. Please subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.